Coming to you live, Triple Ones Gaming, at it again. Aaron built an awesome new terrain, and we're actually regulation size for once with the new pads, so pretty happy about that. Running a brand new army, so I apologize, I'm bringing some grays. Just assembled yesterday, trying to get to 1500. We're trying to do some tournament prep for an upcoming tournament in about 2 months. So got a 1500 point game today, bringing TSons. First time for me trying them. I was excited about them, new codex and all. So here's what I got. Pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Battalion, 2 troop, 10-man troops, all kitted out with the Soul Reaper. Or 3 total, excuse me, and then 2 Scarab Occult Terminators, again Hellfire Miserac and the Soul Reaper. And for HQ, we're bringing Warlord, the Demon Prince, Zinch, as well as Armon and an Exalted Sorceress. So Psychic Onslaught is coming. Excited to see how they do. Gonna try to figure out Cabal points, we'll see. Again, first time playing the army, so please bear with me. Let me know if you catch anything. Thanks.
Alright, so we got 1,500 points of Mortarian's Chosen Sons here. We have as the HQ the Lord of Virulence, who has the Warlord trait of Arch Contaminator and the Relic of Decay, Fulgrim's Helm. And then I have a Malefic Plaguecaster who has Management of Pestilence and Gift of Plagues. And then for troops I have 7 Plague Marines, 1 with a Blight Launcher, 6 with Bolt Guns, and they all have their daggers as well. And then I have 2 squads of 10 Poxwalkers. For elites, I have a 10-man Blight Lord Terminators, 2 Combi Plasma, 2 Combi Melta, and 2 Reaper Autocannons. And then a mix of the Bile Axes and the Swords. And then I have 6 Death Shroud Terminators. The Death Shroud Champion has the Virulent Fever, and also has a relic called the Plague Skull of Golgotha. And then I have a File Blightspawn, who has a relic of the Vomitrix, a Plague Surgeon, and a Tallyman. 1,500 of Morty's Chosen Son. Alright, let's see who attacker or defender is.
5s. 3.
3 with 1. Alright, so this is what we got for deployment. Nick chose that side, so I'm over here. He won the raw for defender. So kind of Nick placed all of his stuff. He didn't put anything in reserves. Pretty much everything in a line across from the Death Guard. I got 2 units in reserves. Yeah, kind of where we're at. Let's see who gets turn 1 here. Hopefully it's the Death Guard, because I have lost
keep with the
every single roll off for first turn.
Let's keep with the trend.
Here you go, sir. Beat that.
Oh!
Beat that.
No!
Whoa!
Congrats,
Finally.
Finally.
Alright, sir.
Congrats.
Let's do this.
Good game. Good game.
Alright, so the end of my turn 1. I pretty much just moved my Terminators up. An idiot. At the end of my movement phase, I was supposed to infect this one, so I'll have to wait till my following turn for that.
Secondary.
I advanced my Poxwalkers up, moved my Plague Marines up. They're in Psychic phase. I was able to get Management of Pestilence off on the Terminators, so they're now a -1 to hit, so that's going to help me out a lot.
It's definitely big.
I was also... Actually, that was it for Psychic phase. I didn't do anything else because everything else was out of range.
Nothing else you could do. Yeah, that's fine.
I did during my command phase have the Tallyman's Malefic Calculation go off, which gave my Terminators a +1 in their hit. So that was a huge help. And then I used quite a bit of stratagems during my shooting phase. I used a total of 4, or 3 of them. Internal hatred, so the +1 to wounds. Overwhelming generosity, which added 6 inches to plague weapons. And then virtual rounds, which gave all my bolt guns the plague weapon, which
nasty.
I was able to kill off 2 Terminators.
2 Terminators dead already.
So
never even got to set foot on, barely just came out and dead.
Yeah.
It was really nice, really buffed up. What does that put you for command points now?
6.
Down to 6.
6.
Going, burning. Luckily you got that tally, man. You better hope he hits for you.
That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, that was it for my round 1. We'll go to Nick's round 1 here in a second.
Thank you. All right. So at the end of Thousand Suns turn 1, we had some action, got some buffs off, did some damage, so feeling okay. Moved up the rubrics, the Terminator, and the Demon Prince, put some Psychic into them, didn't do a whole lot. Smites got really high at that point, but we focused on the important stuff, which was getting mortal wounds on the Terminators, because that's the only way we're going to kill them, especially how buffed up he gets them. But mortal wounds, also shot at them quite a bit. These guys remained stationary. These guys just moved up. Did get some buffs off on Armin, so hopefully he'll survive. Does have the 4-up invulnerable. Plus he's a little beefier, and subtract 1 to hits too. So we'll see what happens, if he wants to go after him or not. But I also know he's got Deep Strike coming too, so I have no clue. I'm very scared back here. Might have to send the Demon Prince back around this way, but we'll see what happens. Alright, turn 2, Death Guard coming up.
Alright, so end of turn 2 for Death Guard. Basically I kind of marched everything up, at least over here. I left these guys here to hold this objective. Moved up my Terminators, Plague Surgeon, Tallyman. Moved back my Malefic Plague Caster so that he could not deny my Masmine of Pestilence that I put out again on the Terminators. So they again have a -1 to them. The Tallyman did get me back a command point. And he also used his ability to give them a +1 to their hit roll. For Deep Strikes, I had my Lord virtually come on down with some Death Shrouds. The Death Shrouds shot at the Thousand Suns Runic Marines.
Yep.
Killed about half of them.
5 of them.
And then the Lord of Virulence did about half wounds to the Demon Prince, and then charged them. Took them down a few pegs. Didn't receive any wounds back. But that was kind of it. Oh, I also infected the objective over here for one of my objectives I'll score at the end of the battle. Gotta at least try to work on that. Right now I'm holding 2 to his 1 at the moment, but he'll be probably taking the 1 over there. We'll be fighting over that if my Terminators live. Probably be fighting over this unless he tries to join in. But yeah, we'll see what happens on his turn. Well, his turn 2 with all.
Alright. End of turn 2, Thousand Suns.
They raped.
Did some good things, but also made about the biggest blunder I could ever possibly make. If you see this right here, objective, wide open. I left it. I got excited. I charged Terminators. I lost my mind. I left it wide open. Otherwise, everything in my turn went right. Demon Prince survived, turned around, killed the Lord, and then took on some of these guys with the Terminators backing them up. Took care of the Poxwalkers, took care of that. Killed all those pesky Terminators, and just advanced a little bit shot. Still holding the back objective, but really blew it, because I would be putting 15 points on my next turn.
And I wouldn't have been able to stop that, so you would have
Probably not, right? With just those 2 characters left, it would have almost guaranteed the victory.
I need to stop you right here.
You may be able to stop me right there. You may be able to do some things, but that was mine, and I blew it. I would get there next turn, but
yeah,
totally wasted. That's the end of turn 2.
Alright, triple one. Sorry this took so long. So basically, I'm recording this because when last time me and Nick played, we actually didn't really finish filming the game. Yeah, it was getting late. It was a long game. It was his first time with first time Nick using Thousand Suns. first time I got to play against them. Their psychic phase just took a really long time. So the last, God, I believe it was just one round of each of ours. We didn't end up recording, but basically what happened is Nick's TSons kicked the shit out of me. I didn't really have that much left for me to be able to kind of catch up in points-wise to him. So I actually ended up conceding at the end of my turn. There just wasn't much I was able to do. So it ended. The game ended with a TSons victory versus the Death Guard. So congratulations, Nick.